Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and welcome back to all my returning subscribers. So today's video is going to be me showing you how to do the DTF to sublimation hack, what supplies are needed, and how to do it. Okay, so step-by-step tutorial. So stay tuned, and without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So I'm here choosing, well, I'm trying to decide which one I want to choose. I had a whole bunch of free bundles from Creative Fabrica, I think, or design bundles of a long time ago of me just downloading some free ones that they had. And this is one of the ones that I may download to make for this purpose, just to show you guys how to do the DTF. I'm thinking about either that one or Yes, I'm That Mom, or Small Business Mama. I'm not sure which one I want to choose. A lot of them is mostly mom files, like as you can see, Mama Needs Coffee, Mom Life, Wife, Mom Boss. So I'm gonna decide which one I want to do, and then I'm gonna show you guys the next steps. The app that I use to size up my images whenever I do the DTF to sublimation hack or any design in general, I love using the Silhouette Studio app on the computer, and I already have mine sized up. I am doing in width 7.284 and in height 7.040. And remember that every design is different when it comes to sizing it up. This is the size that I'm going to try this out, and if I don't like it, if I can enlarge it just a bit more, or if I have to make it smaller, then I would do just that. So a regular printed paper or a sublimation paper is 8.5 by 11, right? The size of the film is A4 size, so of course it's going to be smaller. So we're going to go ahead, and after we size it up, we're going to go ahead and click on print. And then once you select print, you're going to go ahead and click on preferences, click on advanced. And after I click on advanced, I'm going to click on where it says output quality. I'm going to click on high quality. So we're going to go ahead and click on OK. Click on OK again. And then I'm going to show you guys how I use the printer paper to basically tricking the printer, if that makes any sense. And I'm going to add the masking tape, and then I'm going to show you guys how I do that. So before I print out the design, I did want to show you guys a few things that I use for this hack. So of course I use the DTF film itself. This is the premium DTF transfer film. It has 50 sheets, and this is the A4 size. It's good for Epson printers and any DTF printer or inkjet printer. I personally do not like to use the inkjet for this hack, only because I've used it once or twice. To me, the design comes out faded, and also when I am curing the design onto the film, the powder does not catch the whole design, okay? Versus me doing the sublimation, the DTF to sublimation hack, I haven't had any problems with curing it, and the powder goes evenly on the whole design, and when it cures perfectly. So this is the film that I use. This is the Cas-U brand from Amazon. Okay. I also use parchment paper. They have their own parchment paper. I don't like to use it. They also have strips for the film that you put it on the edge so the printer can read that something has to be printed. But I don't use that. I'm going to show you the way that I do it. I went to my local Target store and bought parchment paper. You can go to any local store that you have that sells parchment paper. It's highly recommended not to use butcher paper because the ink will get onto the butcher paper and mess up your design. I have tried that out and it has messed it up. I know some YouTubers that I've watched on doing this hack, they've used it and it's been fine for them. So you can try it out. But I personally recommend the parchment paper because it's non-stick, so it won't damage your design. So this is how the film looks, and it comes with the DTF powder, which it comes in a pouch. I took it out of the pouch and placed it here, secured. It's still good. I have a measuring spoon, so when I use it, I'm able to spread it out evenly onto the film. And what's good about this powder is that it lasts a very, very long time. You can use it over and over again, and it saves you money. I actually do have to order some more so I can stay stocked up, but I have been using it for quite a while and it's still good. The next thing is masking tape. You can use painter's tape as well. I have to actually order more, but this has been my go-to. What I do is I kind of trick the printer because I put regular printer paper behind the film, which I'm going to show you guys, and then I use the masking tape to be able to secure both the paper and the film together. so that when it prints out good and it's not like jamming the printer. My heat press is already set to 310 degrees for 120 seconds. That's the recommended time on this to be able to cure the image prior to placing it on the shirt and pressing it. So you do want to press it twice. I've seen a lot of YouTubers that have done it only one press. It is recommended to do 2 presses because the first press is to apply it to the shirt. The second press is to make sure that it's like infused, secured, good to go, right? Versus just once. When you do it once, it feels like it has like a weird texture to it, okay? When you do it the second time, you can barely feel that texture because it feels like it's already onto the shirt, just like sublimation. So without further ado, I know I'm talking to you guys a lot. I just wanted to clear out what supplies I use. All of these supplies will be down below in the description box. Now the next step is going to be me printing it out and showing you guys the curing process. I do have butcher paper on my table because I don't like to get it like all messy. When you applying the powder, it's going to go on the table because you have to like, I'll show you guys, but you just have to move the thing around. You just have to move the film around so that it can be able to get it evenly on the whole design. So I just use the butcher paper just for backup so it's not that messy. You are dealing with powder. So let's get right into that. Again, this is the one that I'm using, Premium DTF Transfer Film. This is how it looks on Amazon. We're gonna go ahead and take one film out. You have to be careful with these because if you put like any grease, you want to make sure that your hands is not like got anything on it. And you're going to print out using the dull side. So the glossy side, you want to go ahead and align it with the printer paper. So one side is always like a frosted dull look and the other side is glossy. So you always remember that. And this comes with the instructions as well. You just want to make sure that you align it as close as possible. Remember that the actual printer paper is bigger than the film. I like to just put it on the edge, making sure that I have both the film and the printer paper. I'm going to flip it over, put this under so that I don't get anything onto the film. And then I just like to fold the tape in half so that it's securing both the film and the printer paper. Then I'm going to flip this like this, and I'm going to go ahead and get some more tape. A little goes a long way, it's just so that the printer can detect it. And I'm going to place this on the printer paper, but also more on the film. Okay, so this is how it looks after. Now we're gonna go ahead and send it to the printer so that it can print out the design. So this is the Epson EcoTank 2850. Again, I'm using HTV Ron's ink. You can change the settings on this too. You can put A4 on the paper size if you want. I've been just leaving it on plain paper settings. It still works the same way, but when I first started this, I did change it to A4 settings and it was working that way too. So whatever works for you, if you feel like it's not working one way, you can try the next. So now it's going to print out. Okay, it has printed out. I could have went a little bigger in size, but it's okay. This is just for this video. If I want this design again, I will do it bigger. I didn't realize it was gonna be too small, but the app was giving me some problems, so it finally printed out. It took about 15 minutes to be able to even print out due to the app acting up. So we're just gonna leave it like this, and I'm gonna continue showing you guys. So after you have printed it out, you want to layer some of the DTF powder on top. Remember that it goes right back into the bin, so you want to put more than enough you can. And now the next step is you just want to move it around side by side. You see how some is already going on the butcher paper? That's why I always like to have something underneath the bin, just in case. I could have gotten a bigger bin as well, but this was the only one that they had, so that's what I went with. So once you coat it, some went on the table, but it's okay. So once you have coated, you can go ahead one more time if you like, just to have a little bit more coating on it. And you don't need to put a lot like I did. That's up to you if you want. If you don't want that much of a mess like I just did, you can just go ahead and put a little bit, because if you just want to make sure everything is coated. So after that's done, I like to just go like this, and I'm going to remove the printer paper from the back. Again, you want to be careful with the design itself. So once that's out, I like to go ahead and just look to make sure that everything was evenly coated. Sometimes you will get the roller marks from the printer. That's normal. You can try your best to cut around it so that it's not messing up your design. But I haven't had any problems. So I'm gonna go ahead. I may cut it just so that it can be better for me to put on the shirt. Or I might just leave it like that. Okay, so once that's done, you're gonna go ahead and place it onto the heat press. So once it's there on the heat press, you wanna carefully close it and you want to hover over the design. Do not clamp it down because you will mess up the design. And then you want to press start. So it's gonna go from 120 seconds. Once it beeps, we're gonna take it out. Again, I might cut around it. So it already did what it had to do. It cured my design. I already have it out. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lift this a little bit up. So I have it set to 320 degrees now for 15 seconds. And now what we're going to do is we're going to preheat the shirt. And I normally lint roll my shirts, but I don't have any more lint roll. So I might just get a piece of tape, packaging tape, and just like lightly go on the shirt like this. I'm gonna show you guys. But I highly recommend the lint roll. So now I'm gonna just do this. And I am going to wrap it around my hand and just do this really quick. You want to lint roll your shirt whether you're using heat transfer vinyl, sublimation, or doing this hat, just to remove any lint that may be on the shirt, anything that won't adhere once you press it to press the design onto the shirt itself. And then we're going to preheat the shirt. So I'm going to be using butcher paper just to protect my shirt from my press. Okay, and you literally just want to preheat for a few seconds just to remove any moisture that the shirt may have. Okay, and then once that's done, we're going to be using my ruler. If you don't have a ruler, you can use the 3-finger to 4-finger rule, but I normally use my ruler, and I go by the tag because sometimes they don't fold the shirt correctly at the store. So I always go, okay, and then I am going to, guys, I'm gonna leave this here because I know a lot of us crafters make this mistake, but I accidentally forgot, because the app was causing so many issues, I forgot one major important step, which is to mirror your design. So this is a waste right here, but it's okay, I have some more. But when you, after you design your image or you purchase your image and you size it up, you want to make sure you mirror your image, just like you was doing sublimation, okay? Just like you was doing heat transfer vinyl. With DTF, you have to mirror your image as well, because luckily I noticed that I was literally about to press this and it would have been backwards. So yes, I am going to reprint this out. Hopefully the app doesn't cause me any issues. I'm gonna do this process again off camera, and I'm gonna come back and show you guys the final step, which is to apply it onto the shirt. So I had to actually choose a different design. I realized that the design I was trying to do, that file, for some reason kept messing up my app. So when I changed to this design, it didn't cause any issues. So I went ahead and cured it, and I already I make sure that I mirrored the image. So as you can see, it's mirrored. So now I am going to preheat my shirt again, and then I'm gonna add the design to the shirt. I already placed the design in the center using my ruler. I placed it to where I wanted to have it, and now I love to use heat transfer tape. I want to secure the image because you have to do the second press. So once you do the first press, you have to lift the shirt off of the heat press and place it on your table so that it can cool off. It's supposed to be a cool peel off, so you don't want to automatically peel the film off of the shirt. You want to let it sit. So you want to have something securing it to the shirt. That's why I like to use this, and I'm going to put one on the top. You want to make sure it's on the plate. For this purpose, I'm going to use my butcher paper because it's not touching the actual design. But for the second press, I'm going to use my parchment paper. So you want to go ahead and press down for 15 seconds at 320 degrees. Once it beeps, you want to remove the shirt from the press so that it can cool off, and then we're gonna come back and press it for another 8 seconds. Once that has cooled off, you can go ahead and peel the film. Now, a lot of people who do this hack, they only do the one press, and it leaves like a plastic texture to the design. And so in order for that to not be like that, you want to go ahead and always press it the second time around. You can leave it like that with one press because it's already pressed onto the shirt, but with that second press, it just infuses into the shirt much better. So you want to go ahead and we're going to set this time for 8 seconds. Okay, now you want to remove it. I like to just let it sit there. I'm going to turn this off. Just let it sit there for a few seconds before I peel the parchment paper. Okay, then I just go ahead and peel the parchment paper off. And I'm going to show you guys, give you guys a close-up. And as you can see, this is the DTF to sublimation hack using a heather purple colored shirt. And this shirt is the Gildan brand. I wanted to give you guys a close-up with me wearing this shirt. I think that this design is better than the other one. I don't know, I liked the other one too, but it was giving me issues. But I also like this design on this shirt. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's tutorial on how to do DTF to sublimation hack. All the supplies that I use will be linked down below. If you would like any other videos just like this one, just comment below and I can do some more. If you want other videos that's related to like sublimation, using HTV, how to do this, how to do that, just let me know. I'm a crafter. I'm here to help and assist anyone and answer any questions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all in my next video.